Hello everyone, my name's Mr. Bullet on Fire 12 and welcome back to some more Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now in today's video I actually want to talk about Advanced Warfare and just COD in general, because something that's happened recently with this game is quite amazing. I think it's personally quite amazing and I want to make a video actually talking about this. Now I know what you're thinking, Bullet, Advanced Warfare is finished, it's done. Black Ops 3 is out now and everyone's talking about Black Ops 3. Yes, I can understand that, and obviously I still keep up with, Black Ops videos and what's going on with the game here and there, but I can't really do videos like that myself because I don't have Black Ops 3 yet. And anyway, this is quite an important video, I quite think, and it's something that I think all the developers should be doing from now on, because what usually happens, once a COD game has finished its yearly life cycle, that'll be it. There's usually no more support for the game after it's done its year as being the current COD, but things have changed this year because obviously now we've got 3 developers, and I think it's better having Sledgehammer, Treyarch and Infinity Ward because of what Sledgehammer's actually been doing with this game. Normally, like I just said, the developer will usually just not do anything else with that game and they'll just start working on their next one, but nope. Even though Black Ops 3 is out, Advanced Warfare has still been getting free DLC out there. And I think that's still quite amazing that they're still supporting their game, even though it's not the current COD game anymore. I mean, most of the stuff is really for next gen only, because obviously last gen, like myself, who plays on the PS3, I don't get pretty much any of this stuff, but some of it still does. I can still benefit from some of this stuff. But anyway, I think it's still amazing that they're still adding in new guns, and I've been researching what they've been adding into the next gen versions of this game. I mean, they've been adding in new guns. One of them is actually called the lever action. Interesting name for a gun. Usually that's like a type of gun, but no, this gun is actually called the lever action. There's another one called the Sten. There's another one called the Repulsor. That's the 3rd and final new gun they added in. But they also gave out, as part of this sort of festive season that we're now in, because it's nearly Christmas. I saw on a video from some guy that I've recently just subscribed to that they put out a legendary AK-47 for free, and you are guaranteed to get this gun whatsoever. And it doesn't matter when you get this supply drop. The first one you open up ever since you updated the game, it will contain this legendary AK-47 completely for free, and it gives out a specialised camo as well. As well as that, there's been also some new gear sets they've added in, and one of them I actually saw in a picture that was actually tweeted out by Michael Condry, was the Gingerbread Man set, which looked quite funny, I'm not going to lie. One of my favourite things with this game is just the amount of customization and what you can actually put on your character, and the gingerbread set is like just another one of those amazing ones that just added in. It just looks so funny. I also saw there's another one called the Astronaut, a racer type set, and the other one called the Hunter set. Now I don't know what that one looks like. All the other ones are quite self-explanatory, but the Hunter one, I'm not too sure on that one. But it's still great that they're still supporting their game, and obviously all this stuff pretty much I don't get the benefit from, because obviously I am still playing on PS3 with this game, and I've said it before, this game would be amazing to play if I had a PS4 version or an Xbox One version or a PC version, because then I could actually experience all this stuff. Because one thing I do find, as I'm still going through my prestiges, and one day I do want to get to the Grandmaster prestige. One thing I do find is I do like to switch around the weapons I use every time I prestige, but ever since they've been adding all of those extra guns in and the ones they just can't fit onto the PS3 version, it just makes me think that it would just be so nice to have them, because then I've got even more variety. I mean, the guns are in this game, they're fine, I don't have a problem with them, but it would just be so much nicer to actually use some of these guns they've been adding in, because there's just way more variety. But I'm not here to make a video talking about that, and that was just a terrible spawn. But what can you do about the spawns in COD? The spawns are just one of the many problems that has just never really been fixed. But yeah, I'm not here to make a video talking about that. But back onto why I think this is great. I mean, some people have been saying, you know, why are you still adding stuff in? Because, you know, you're not even the current COD anymore. But I think it's still good for that, because obviously not everyone has moved over to the next COD game yet. So it's still a nice touch that if you're still playing this game, like I am for example, that you get this stuff. Obviously if you've got a next gen copy, because I don't. But there is still other stuff they have been doing which I do benefit from. Double XP weekends. And I think that's still good they're doing that, because usually double XP weekends are very rare once it's not the current COD anymore. But I think there's been at least 2 or 3 different double XP weekends ever since Black Ops 3's come out. I remember, I mean, even this footage that you're seeing right now, this was actually recorded from the last one we had. And it's good, because I've still got tons of prestiges to get through in this game. And having those extra double XP weekends has just helped me get further up the levels. So it's still handy that they still do that. And, you know, like I said earlier, double XP weekends are quite rare for them to come by once it's not the current COD anymore. I can think of a few examples when they do put out double XP is, say for example, when Sledgehammer have got their next game ready, and if they hadn't done those extra double XP weekends yet, the next time they probably put out a double XP weekend for this game is when they're getting close to release their next game, and obviously that's not going to be for a while. But that's usually what happens. A developer won't usually do that for a while. And obviously I can't benefit from those other guns, but it's also sprung up an idea which I think is a good idea. And this has been something I've been thinking about for a long time. Because I think personally, I can't benefit from those extra guns, and anyone else who plays on the PS3 or the 360, they can't benefit from that, but they can still benefit from all the double XP. Now, I personally have always thought, right, once a COD game has finished its time as the current COD, why don't the developers just put on double XP all the time? Like, I don't see that as being a problem. I mean, they've done it with a few double XP weekends, but why don't they just put double XP on all the time? Now, I suggest this because when Call of Duty Ghosts was about to release, they went back to Modern Warfare 3, Infinity Ward did, and they put out a message obviously saying, you know, to celebrate the new release of Call of Duty Ghost, double XP weekend on. You know, and obviously all those people who were still leveling up on Modern Warfare 3, they got some double XP. But the funny thing is, double XP for Modern Warfare 3 is still going. And if you think about it, that was, you know, a long time, in fact 2 years since Ghost made its release, but Modern Warfare 3 has still got double XP going, and they just never turned it off. I'll never understand why they never turned it off, but it's still good for all those people who are still leveling up on that game, because they can get double XP. Now, I just don't see why they couldn't do that with this game, for example. Or this is something I personally think they should have been just doing every single time a COD game finished its life cycle. I mean, what's the problem? Surely it's not that hard for someone just to put double XP on and just leave it on. Or what they could just do is every single weekend they could just put double XP on for all those weekends. Because I thought from the last weekend that we just had, I thought they were going to have more double XP, because I'm pretty sure there had been 3 double XP weekends since Black Ops 3 had came out, and I was kind of hoping that last weekend would have had it, but they didn't. But I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. Obviously, first of all, what do you think about Sledgehammer still adding stuff in for this game? I personally think it's good, and it's something that really all the developers should be doing. They should still be supporting their games. Doesn't matter if their time for that game has finished. You know, they should still, at least a small team anyway, could be supporting it still. I personally think it's good that they've still been supporting this game and, you know, adding some extra stuff into the game, because it's great. But let me know what you guys think about that, and also the point that just made right now is, what do you guys think about my idea of, should they just put double XP on forever once their time as the current COD game has finished, or just do it every single weekend? Because if they did that, I could get up so many levels even quicker. Because my goal when I came back and to start YouTube up properly this time was for me to get to at least 11th prestige. And in this game I am actually 11th prestige. But obviously with all the extra double XP weekends that have been going on, I've managed to reach 13th prestige now, which I did not think I would do until next year. So it's helping me get up my levels even quicker. But what do you guys think? Do you think they should just leave it on all the time, or just do it every single weekend? I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on that, because I think it's something they should have just been doing, a lot recently. But I want to hear your guys' opinions on that, and I look forward to reading them. So yeah, I hope you have all enjoyed this gameplay, and if you did, remember to leave a like rating and subscribe if you are new. And remember to leave those comments, because I'll be definitely interested to hear about them. But for now, it is goodbye from me. I shall see all you guys very, very soon with my next video. So take care, guys, and goodbye.